Fantasy World, Benjamitos, your boy here, getting ready for week 5 of the NFL. Fired up for another big week here. Had a solid week last week. Let's follow things up here with my Elite 8 and my MVP. You guys know how I do things. But it's still a fantasy bar. You know what that means? It's shot time. I'm going to give you some shot plays here in tournaments with some cash game plays. I'll let you know which one is which. So let's jump right into things here. Let's start off with our 3 shot plays, triple shot. First one, I'm going to go with Stefon Diggs, 6,000 Minnesota Vikings. Now, obviously, Dalvin Cook here is an elite play, 8,200. But if you want to be contrarian and take a shot here on Stefon Diggs at just 6K, I think it's a very, very sneaky, high-risk, high-reward play against the New York Football Giants, 27th against the pass. The Vikings have been very boring, had to open it up at some point. Stefon Diggs had 100 yards last week. I know it was garbage time. But the Vikings have to make a move, show they can do more than just run the ball. I like Stefon Diggs here as a nice little shot play against the Giants at just 6,000. Taking another shot here. Going to be low ownership, I believe. My main man, Joe Mixon here at 7,100. Okay, I know the Bengals were absolutely miserable last night on Monday Night Football, but they play the Arizona Cardinals here at home, who are 28th against the run. A very high over-under total. The Bengals are finally realizing they can't throw the ball every down, I believe. That play action is just not there. The line cannot hold up. If you want to have any chance of winning a game, you have to run the ball with Joe Mixon. I think at home here, it's a good way to start. I think he gets you 20 touches. I think he has 100 total yards and a touchdown. A nice little breakout game for my man, Joe Mixon there at 7,100. Nice little contrarian play there also. The third and final shot play of the week, a lot of people are going to hate, but let's look at Josh Gordon here, 6,200 of the New England Patriots. They got the Washington Redskins at home. The Washington Redskins, they are on the road, but they're going to light this defense up. They are 30th against the pass. Tom Brady has targeted Josh Gordon 20 times in the last 2 weeks. The catches haven't been there, but the targets are there. He only has 1 touchdown this season. I think it's another shot for a breakout game. Julian Edelman, a very safe play, but if you want to go deep in tournaments, I think Josh Gordon is going to be a low ownership there. It's just 6,200. All right, our 3 shot plays here. Now let's get into our little stack here at quarterback. Let's go with Carson Wentz, 7,800 against the Jets at home, 28th against the pass. Very high implied total here for the Eagles. He's had 20 points at least in every game this season. Had a great game against the Pack last week. He has a high floor, high ceiling. He gets the Jets here at home. I think 20 points is his minimum. He can get you over 25 if the Jets can just at least keep it close, keep him throwing the ball. I love Carson Wentz, but a lot of people are going to be on Tom Brady, Jameis Winston, Matt Ryan, also 3 other good plays in that same price range. I think he probably 10 to 12% own here. I love me some Carson Wentz at just 7,800. Staying in that game with our little stack, let's go Alshon Jeffrey, 6,700. Came back last week, 9 targets, only 3 catches, 38 yards, but he did find the end zone. He's still Carson Wentz's favorite target. Aguilar, just not very good. Obviously disappears more when Alshon is there. Zach Ertz still a decent play, but I like Alshon here a lot with no Deshaun Jackson likely again. Alshon is just 6,700. I think he finds the end zone again, gets you 70, 80 yards, gets you 15 FanDuel points. Alshon Jeffrey there is our 5th play of the week. Now let's roll over to tight end position here. Mark Andrews, 6,100. Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has been lighting it up. Doesn't matter if they're winning or losing. This guy's had double digits 3 of the 4 games. Has 16 targets the last 2 weeks, at least 8 in every game this season. Now, he's had 20 FanDuel points twice at least. I think it's another solid game here against the Steelers. Their defense looked a lot better, even though they played against the Bengals. It doesn't really matter. Mark Andrews, a nice little safety valve, a nice safe player at 6,100. Tyler Everett's worth a shot at 4,600 against the Cardinals, but he doesn't play enough snaps to me to be relevant. Let's go with a nice, safe, high floor, high ceiling play here with Mark Andrews at 6,100. All right, now our 7th play of the week. Let's go with David Johnson, the 6,800 here against the Bengals. 31st against the run, bottom 10 against the pass. The price hasn't come up on this guy just yet. I don't know why. He's had 20 targets the last 2 weeks out of the backfield. He's had 15 FanDuel points, 3 other 4 games against the Bengals here. Very bad defense, very high implied total also for the Cardinals. A nice little game stack there with Joe Mixon, David Johnson. All right, now I'll give you seven plays there, 3 shot plays, 4 solid, tournament or cash game plays. Roll over to the beast of the week. Dalvin Cook, obviously a great play. Christian McCaffrey, another early play. But we're going back to the well here, waiting for this breakout game from Ezekiel Elliott at 8,800. Gets the Pack at home. I think the Cowboys going to get the ball rolling here again on the ground at home. Pack 30th against the run. Let's pound Ezekiel Elliott here. He's had 100 yards and a touchdown once, had another 100-yard game, and then found the end zone again. Hasn't put it together, though, for that breakout performance. I think he can get you over 20 FanDuel points here easy. I see 2 touchdowns, 100 yards there against the Pack, and a pretty high-scoring game here. Let's get Ezekiel Elliott here as our Beast of the Week. That's all I got for you guys. Good luck.